The island of Gran Canaria in the Canaries archipelago. It's the end of November. It's 25 degrees and the beaches are packed. By this time of year, it's an ideal spot for tourists who've been missing the sun. It's also the perfect destination for the winter training of professional cycling teams like Tinkoff Saxo. Alberto Contador's squad is here for its first training camp ahead of the 2014 season. It's the fundamental foundation for the year ahead. And now, for the first time in history, and exclusively for Eurosport, the Tinkoff Saxo team has agreed to open its doors during this key period. For us, it's the start of the 2014 season, although we're still in November 2013. It's the first meeting of the team for the next season. And this training camp, well, we'll get to know the new riders who've joined the team, and that is very important. It's also the training camp in which we'll build the foundation for the upcoming season. We review the 2013 season with all the team riders, and we show them the race program we've prepared for them for the new season. This year, there are 6 new riders to integrate into the team. It's a good thing to start the training again in a place where you have good cycling weather. And we have a partner of the team here as well. That helps, the Anfi group. They welcome us twice a year, once now in November and a second time, generally in January. And of course, as far as the roads are concerned, well, we have a real playground here with so many different possibilities. We can do a training session only on flat roads, or we can make it difficult with big climbs. That's exactly what we need to prepare for the season. The training sessions are deliberately short, between an hour and a half and 3 hours. For many riders, it's a restart. They haven't touched their bikes for about 4 weeks. But the big names like Alberto Contador never completely stop. I'm in better shape than I was compared to last year at the same time. My weight is better. I started my training earlier than I used to in the past. I've also been doing more general workouts to train the entire body and not only bike work. And I'm extremely motivated. I'm really looking forward to the 2014 season. I really want to plan everything in detail, and I hope that'll bring me success. About the rider's power, about their heartbeat, their health, their temperature, the speed they're getting, the pedaling speed, and so on. A lot of data is recorded by this device. And with those statistics, we can judge the rider's shape. Is he at his best level, or isn't he? We have a shared application that everybody can access. Sports directors, trainers, riders, and so on. And this application analyzes all the data. So like this, we can see what the rider has done, how he trained, and check that he's training in line with our wishes.
que c'est intéressant pour nous parce que ça permet d'optimiser les séances de
It
travail.
certainly helps us a lot in our target preparation because we can really organize the training sessions day by day in order to get the rider in the best possible shape at the start of the race in which he wants to perform. But at this moment, in the Canary Islands, the goals they're reaching out for are still far away. It's a more relaxing time. The youngest riders are enjoying the pool. Nicholas Roach and Oliver Zaug are battling at table tennis. The sun is going down at the end of day one, but the training camp has only just begun. And there are plenty of surprises on the way. Right after the break, Alberto Contador and his teammates try their hand at paintball. Stay with us. With all the riders, staff members, mechanics, masseurs, osteopaths and doctors, there are 47 people involved in the training camp. It's the only moment of the year that they can all get together. For the management of Tinkoff Saxo, it's the opportunity to create links among the riders. They need to do that in order to transform a group of riders into a real team. And to that end, the boss, Björn Ries, has organized a surprise activity.
We have paintball. Hope it'll be fun. You know, when we come out there, you'll have the equipment and everything. There'll be some briefing. And guys, follow the rules, okay? We don't want to have anybody hurt. We're gonna have a lot of fun for sure, but we follow the rules. All right?
Björn Ries loves to keep things fresh. Over the years, he's got his riders to try bungee jumping, climbing, trekking, sailing, and so on. It's an annual tradition in the first training camp. We always have this kind of activity. We get into the bus and then Björn says, "Today, guys, we're going skydiving." This morning, it was paintball.
It's good to get the team together, and it's a good way to that everybody get relaxed and know each other in a different way. Here today we have fun. You know, it's not walking in the mountains like we've done many times. So try to do something different, and it's fun. It's exciting, and yeah, it's important for the team.
Everybody takes part, including the managers and the medics. Philippe Maudoui and Alberto Contador play together in the same team. Team number one, the team wearing the caps.
Empezamos en un minuto. Un minuto.
Vamos.
What is the tactic,
Yeah.
Philippe?
So boys, we maybe have to work by team of two.
Yeah, I'm staying in the ground. Hey, I don't move.
Okay? And then, because they are already thinking at taking that place, we let them go. We go on the opposite side, but two of us jump on behind because there is a possibility to go on behind. You remember, Fabrizio?
Yeah.
So maybe Fabrizio and I, we go on behind and we shoot them from behind and you shoot them from front.
Yeah, but first we...
So what Philippe has suggested is to go beyond the perimeter of the combat area in order to shoot at their opponents from outside. You could call it cheating. The strategy is put into action. With an accomplice, Philippe climbs over a wall and gets on the outside. While While the battle goes on inside the combat zone, our twosome find a good spot behind the wall and calmly pick off their opponents. On the other side, it's panic time. The players can't understand where the shots are coming from. They get eliminated one after the other. Finally, the cunning duo return to the playing field and rejoin the others. But the major part of the job has been done. Almost all of the opponents have been eliminated. Just a few survive.
I think it's really important we get to shoot each other before we have to go race together. I think it breaks the ice socially. So when we run after each other with guns and paintball, then it makes it a lot more relaxed when we go out on the bike. I think we all go for the sports directors. I only go for sports directors.
The last opponent, Matti Breschel, is discovered and savagely eliminated.
Oh, shit. No, hermano. Fucking hurts, man. Right here. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh.
The victory goes to Team 1.
Es porque cuando vienen los nuevos corredores.
It's very important because we meet the new riders who've joined the team and who we have to integrate into the team. We also spend time with riders that we never see during the season because we're not in the same races. Our main goal is to make sure that our team really is a team. We do a lot of different activities to help us build a relationship with all the others. I think it's very important to be focused on that goal, to build my relationship with all the others.
Ah, quello sulla destra, mi siamo.
That's what I have up there.
Rafa, just bang.
But there is justice in this world. The team of Philippe and Alberto is found out and finally disqualified for its suspect strategy. In fact, it doesn't matter. The goal was to have fun together.
Al final, el que
You know, you see people staying on after dinner, an hour or an hour and a half together. Everybody's talking with each other. Nobody leaves. That's a good sign. It shows people feel good, that the unity of the riders in the team is growing. And I really believe that that is what can make our team different from the others. On some evenings, like tonight, you can see some people mingling. Danish riders, for example, talking to Italian riders, despite the language difficulties. That shows that it's working. And also, when we do activities that have nothing to do with cycling, we can see how much they are focused, how much they talk to each other and help each other. These are all signs that show that we're going in the right way and that the team spirit is growing. Tonight, the management is happy. The day was a success. The riders want to stay chatting together, and nobody goes to his room. It's a good sign, because a successful training camp promises a good season. Coming after the break, a very special moment, the appraisal interview of Roman Kreuziger. During this first training camp, the team work on all aspects of performance, physical shape, team spirit, and the state of mind of the individual riders. The last season is analysed in order to understand what was good and what went wrong, and the goals for the new season are set. This happens during an appraisal interview with a rider appearing in front of the entire management. Each rider has a sports director who follows him particularly closely. For Roman Kreuziger, it's Björn Ries himself, and he will chair the session.
So, Roman, all good?
Yes.
No health problems? You're not sick, nothing, no problems?
All okay.
Yeah. Your teeth are
Fresh.
good? You went to the dentist, all
Yes.
good? Perfect. So, 13, you happy with your season?
Yeah, I think until San Sebastian it was fine. And then the final of the season, of course, I expect something more, but the body was already
Tired.
But I think you learn from every season, so maybe we can plan better for the next season.
What can you plan better for next season, you think?
I think we have to decide after, if I go to tour, after the tour maybe we can...
Well, what do you think?
I would like, for sure, would like to do my first goal on maybe Tirreno with Sanremo, and then Liège, and then to rest in May and do just good Swiss. Be 110% in tour, and after the tour we see how is the shape and everything, if it's okay for you.
That's fine for us.
A discussion begins about the race program. Roman wants to race the Tour of the Basque Country as preparation for the classics. The management would prefer him to skip that race and rather do a training camp at altitude.
Last year, in the Tour de Romandie, it was no good. And also in the Liège.
Yeah.
Also in the Liège, after Pays Basque. With the Roman, maybe we can do, I think it's possible to win Liège and Romandie without Pays Basque, and if we go in the altitude.
I was looking also about this what you
Yeah.
say, because I know it already. But I think if you look the people in the classics, that everybody are doing Pays Basque.
Yeah, but
And it's better to do maybe also if it's Alberto there or Nicolas and I don't know Michael. It's better to have strong team in Pays Basque. You can be maybe 3 riders in top 10. You never know.
Yeah, but listen, hold on. You should not think that you need to go to Pays Basque to help Alberto, because the team is strong enough also without you.
Okay.
You know, so don't think about you need to go there because the team needs you. It's also a good alternative to skip Pays Basque, do altitude, and do the 3 classics and then Romandie. I mean, I'm very open to that too. I would rather have you super good in the 3 classics and do a result there and well prepared, and maybe Romandie. Then we absolutely need you for Pays Basque.
Okay. So you stay my director or?
I stay with you. You're my only rider. No.
The rest didn't want to stay away from anyone.
Thanks.
Negotiate.
See you later.
Nous, on a discuté.
Before the meeting, we talked about this with the other sports directors and with Björn, because Roman is Björn's rider. And we agreed on a plan. But Roman had also thought about it, and he had a different idea. It's not really a negotiation, it's more of a discussion. And that's the way we build up the program for the season. Of course, with top riders it's easy, but it's more complicated for Gregarios, or Gregaris, I should say. They don't really have any say in it. We need them in specific races, so we decide for them where they'll race. It's different from one rider to another. We have to adapt the management to each one. And of course, it has to fit with the goals of the team.
Après, il faut faire avec la personnalité du coureur et puis quand même, il faut que ça colle avec l'envie de l'équipe.
Last year, Roman Kreuziger was the winner of one of the spring classics, the prestigious Amstel Gold Race. It was one of the 8 victories the team chalked up in 2013. 8 wins. That's not enough for a squad like Tinkoff Saxo. The team questioned itself and decided to change its race strategy.
And then at 11 o'clock, from there we leave to Jusqu'à maintenant.
Until very recent times, we still thought that the riders needed many race days to be able to reach their goal. And in fact, during the season, we noticed that wasn't true. So we changed our plans. We raced a lot at the beginning of the season and then less and less. And as a result of that, our riders were performing better and better. And I think we have to continue in that way.
Et donc il faut qu'on continue dans cette voie-là.
Alberto Contador notched up just one victory last year, one stage of the Tour de San Luis. In the overall rankings in the Tour de France, he finished 4th. For a rider like Contador, who was used to being number 1, that's not enough. My goal's going to be the entire season. I want to have a really great season right through the year. Of course, if I had to choose just one race, for sure, it would be the Tour de France. But I want to perform well during the entire season, not just focusing on one goal. Tinkoff Saxo are one of the top teams in cycling. In 2014, they'd like to perform better than last year. There's no need to. This is sport.
Ça reste du sport.
The most important thing is to do things at 100%, to give it everything. And after that, you might still face stronger riders, as was the case last year. We questioned ourselves after it. I hope we asked ourselves the right questions. I don't know. The season will tell us. But we still have hopes of winning in 2014.
On a toujours espoir de gagner en 2014.
Ça va, chouchou?